Okay, welcome back to another edition of SteemMonsters something or other video. So I've been wanting to make this post for actually quite a while, and I'm finally getting around to it. And you'll see why in just a minute. But basically, my point here is that the market for Steam Monster cards is wrong. Now, I know, everybody, believes in the free market. The market's never wrong. Don't fight the tape. All that kind of stuff, and I get that. But people are just selling things too cheaply, and don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying it. I'm buying every week, and you'll see that in just a second. But what people seem to be neglecting is that any buyer of any card for Steam Monsters has an alternative. They can buy for $2 a new pack, which has a certain probability of distributions of different cards. So I went ahead and looked at the numbers, and that's what this spreadsheet is here. What I have here is each class, common, rare, epic, legendary, and gold. This is all golds combined, and their drop rates. And then what do you get out of an average pack? So average pack has 5 cards. 3.3 of them are commons, 1.35 are rare, 0.22 are epics, 0.04 are legendary, and 0.04 are gold. So knowing that, and this is all publicly available information on the blockchain, how much does it cost to get that next card? And this gets a little skewed if you're looking for a particular card, but we're just talking generalities here. And these cost $2, and so far as we know, that's not going to change anytime soon. So if you want a particular card, you can just keep buying, packs until you get it, and that's a quasi, at least a probabilistic guarantee. Let's call it that. So then, what does that cost to do? And I run the numbers, and basically these are the results right here. And this is priced in Steam, and the Steam fluctuates, so the price of Steam is going to fluctuate because Steam Monsters are priced in US dollars. So right now, according to my calculations, and these numbers are a little bit old, but the distribution has remained pretty constant, is that a common should be going for 0.07 Steam, a rare should be going for 0.18, an epic 1.07, legendary 5.13, and a gold 5.03. And now it's all golds together. So when you break that down further into gold common, gold rare, gold epic, and so on, then the prices spread out quite a bit there. But that's the average for all gold. So how does that compare to the market as it is right now? Well, if we go into Discord chat, here's Patelincho, I don't know how to pronounce that. So this is a pretty common spread that you see. We've got commons going for 0.05s, rares for 0.20, epics for 0.05, and legendaries, depending on whether they're elementals or dragons or selenia, between 11 and 18. And these prices are actually all in SPDs, so we gotta divide those by 1.3 or so to get to Steam prices. So let's see how that compares to my calculations. So if I think a common should be about 0.07, and actually let's just do 0.05. Let's just do the math. 20, 50, and 11. And then this is in SPDs. So in Steam, and the ratio right now is about 1.31. So okay. So selling commons for 0.04 Steam, which is almost half price of what they should be. And when I say should be, this is making a couple of assumptions. The main assumptions are that Steam Monsters is going to go live in in the coming months. There's going to be demand, and there's going to be that that marginal cost analysis that people make. So like, is it worth buying a existing card that's guaranteed, or is it worth buying random pack? So the random pack should actually be cheaper than the guaranteed card because there's a certainty premium that a buyer should be willing to pay. So, for a particular card, it should actually be, for a particular common, it should actually be higher than 0.07, maybe 10%, 20% higher, something like that. And that, the market will figure out over time. But going back to the comparison here, so 0.038 versus 0.07, 0.15 compared to 0.18. Okay, the rares are pretty close. 0.38 compared to 1.07. Epics are in deep discount there. And 8.3 versus 5.3. So legendaries are overpriced. And that's pretty much what I'm seeing across the board. Commons are underpriced, rares are in the neighborhood, epics are underpriced, and legendaries are overpriced. And people are selling summoners for a premium. The probability distribution does not reflect that premium. They're equally probable to get a rare monster versus a rare summoner. Dragons are selling for more than elemental legendaries. Selenia Sky is selling for more than all of them, and that again is not supported by the distribution data. Luke Stokes did a post a little while back, posting everything, all the cards by and their quantity of creation. So at the time, and this was a couple weeks ago, there were 328 Elemental Phoenixes, 325 Frost Giants, 331 Spirit of the Forest, 346 Angel of Light, 366 Lord of Darkness, 376 Selenia Skies. So Selenia Skies were actually the most common of the legendaries, but being priced the highest. So maybe she'll be the most useful. That's certainly possible. But if the marginal cost of acquiring her, through random packs is the lowest, then there shouldn't be any real premium. And 296 Lightning Dragon, 288, 289 for the Chromatic and Gold Dragons. So the dragons were a little bit rarer, but not a lot. And Selenia Sky was actually the highest. So it's just crazy stuff that we're seeing. Now, the reason I've held out on publishing this is because I didn't want the competition for buying. So I've spent the last couple of weeks buying up a whole bunch of commons, some epics. I've not bought any legendaries because I think they're overpriced. And I did buy some rares though. So you can see that everybody's deck is public knowledge here. So you can see if we look at commons, I'm pretty full up. I need some more flesh golems, and I need some more silver shield warriors because I sold a bunch early on, which was a mistake. But yeah, I'm doing okay there. And if we look at rares, I've already maxed out my my summoners and maxed out a couple others. I've not bought as many there. Epics, doing okay. About half full, and it takes what was it? It takes 80 something for an epic, or 32 for an epic. Yeah, 32 cards to max out an epic, and I'm at, well, some are maxed out and then some, and then the other ones I'm about halfway ish on maxing those out. And then you'll see legendaries. I only have one maxed out, and I spent way too much to do that. I would have been much better off buying packs. But live and learn, right? So that is what I wanted to show you. So if you're out there and you want to buy in, the best deals are on commons and epics, and the worst deals are on legendaries and rares, and roughly in that order. Now when it comes to golds are a different story. So we know golds are about, as a class, are about as rare as the it's about as rare as the legendaries, and so it's about 1%, and those are spread out between gold common, gold rare, gold epic, and gold legendary. And so there's about 100 to 1 rarity difference between a goblin shaman and a gold goblin shaman, whatever. But On the flip side of that, so far at least, we don't know of anything that is going to be different in terms of gameplay. There's some speculation. It's been on the Discord that we're going to have special tournaments for gold cards with different prizes, and that might change the relative value of the golds. But at this point, one gold card experience-wise is worth about 14 commons, or 14 non-gold cards. So like you'll see, let's see if I have an example here. If we go to that Silver Shield Warrior, do I have any gold of them? Yes. So one gold Silver Shield Warrior is already at level 4, and so that's about 14 times as many experience points as just a single gold or a single non-gold Silver Shield Warrior. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble talking today. So, should it be 14 times more? Don't know. Should it be 100 times more based on the rarity? Don't know, because we don't know how it's going to interact with the rest of the game so far. Currently, they've been going around 30 times, ish, depending on who you are buying from. As far as common to gold common, let's say. So if we go back to, not to pick on Padalincho or anything, but 0.05 to 2.5, that's what, 50? Let's see, let me see, check my math here. Yeah, 50 times, which is right in the spread between 14 and 100, but that's a pretty wide spread. So is that a deal? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, that's my take on the SteemMonsters market. And again, the core assumption is that popularity is going to grow over time, and then the prices will rise to meet the marginal cost. And that's a pretty standard, economics 101 kind of outlook. And then I think for specific cards, like I need those Silver Shield Warriors, I'll probably end up paying a slight premium for that guarantee rather than just buying random packs and keeping what I want and selling the rest, because there's a hassle factor there. There's a transaction cost and all of that. So hopefully you'll find this useful. I would say stock up while you can, and once things go live, which is hopefully September, then we're going to see a big shift in the prices for things.